Hey, you.
Over here, Agent.
Slayer. Yo, what's up?
Hey, over here.
Curse.
Hi. Welcome to CtrlAltWow, the podcast for those of us who love virtual reality, playing video games, and playing with lots of alts. I'm AprilPvd, and today is Sunday, June 16th, 2024, and this is episode 811 entitled, What's Wrong with VR? Nothing. So I'm going to tell you what I've been doing this week and apologize for not putting out an episode sooner. One of the reasons why I haven't been putting out an episode sooner is because I've been playing so much. The ironic thing with being able to produce content is that the more you're doing, the less time you have to actually put out content. So let's go over my week, and I'm going to show you some videos. The first video we're going to see is from Medieval Dynasty. I am loving this game. Let's take a look. So, this is my, this is Medieval Dynasty.
What's going on?
This is my son, and it has rudimentary interactions with NPCs. So you use basically text boxes. Look how much I've grown. Soon I'll be reaching the upper beam in our house. And then you have a response. Usually there's multiple choices.
I've got to go.
This is just the my progeny. This game has an interesting dynamic that as you age in the game, and I call it a game for lack of a better word. I think it's more of an experience. Right now I'm 35. Once I get to 67, if he's not 18, the game ends. If he is 18, then I can start playing as
nice day.
him. So that's why it's called Medieval Dynasty. This is my husband. And you just have little chats with him. But our interaction is 100%, so I really don't need to chat. So it is almost time to go to bed. It is the third day of the season for winter. So when the day is over, you go to sleep, and then tomorrow a new season will start. So I'm going to wait until tomorrow to show you my little dynasty. As you can see, it's nighttime and it's snowing, and again, it's just an experience. That it's more of an experience and a place to go and do stuff to, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel good here. And I am doing things. I'm not winning battles. I do fight animals. Sometimes the wolves come in and then I have to go out and kill things. But I'm going to show you in a moment. We're going to go to bed. I'm going to sleep till the morning. Now, the NPCs here are rudimentary. They don't do a lot. They don't really interact. But think about the future when the AI is even better. Okay, so now it's a new season. And it tells me that some of my workers cannot work. I have a farm. Who can't work? Oh. Okay. There's not enough seeds. Alright, so first I want to do a nice little tour of Aprilville. The game is really interesting, and again, I use game. When you start out, you have all these quests, but to me, the quest is really just the quest line, which lasts very long, is really just a long tutorial to teach you how to create and what you can do. And what I have come to do is make this place that I call Aprilville. So that's my first windmill, and that's my main house. I'm building up a little stockade around it. And some of the trees I planted but some have grown here. Says I'm getting hungry. I'm good. So I have each of these buildings are for creating stuff. So I'm going to try to, I know this is going to be long and drawn out, but I don't know how else to do this. This is my Huntsman Lodge, and you need at least one because this is where I make my bows, and this is where I make rope. But I also have someone here, and he's a hunter. The hunting lodge, and every day he produces raw meat and leather. So I have 3. This is one of the guys. I think this is Bernard. Are you Bernard?
Hello.
Yep, Bernard, and he's going to work. Good job.
See you
Keep
soon.
up the
Hail,
great
friend.
work. Woodshed,
Goodbye.
chopping wood and building planks. This is my pottery place where I make clay things. Another woodshed. This is my resource. This is where everything is stored. I kind of wanted to do the map thing. So I'm here. This is my house, and this road goes around the lake here, as you can see. Now, they told me my worker couldn't work because there are not enough seeds. Now, the place where I put my seeds for the workers are in here. And there's carrots and beets and cabbage. That noise was my gargling. So let's see who this carrots and beets. So we're out of onions. So I'm going to put a couple of carrots here. And that should make everybody have enough. Oh, she's got all wheat. Oh, she has no wheat. So we're out of wheat and they're out of wheat. All right, so what I want to do real quickly is I am going to harvest my wheat. I have some fields that I do because I just like, well, I like the interaction. I want the wheat. And well, you'll see at another time why I want the wheat. I'm just doing a rudimentary explanation. But, I should have got wheat seeds from those. I wonder why. I didn't get any wheat seeds. Usually when you harvest, all right. I got no wheat seeds. What happened? So that's why they're out of wheat too, because they didn't get any wheat seeds. Okay, so these are the worker houses. This is where my workers live. And because I need wheat seeds, I am going to go to another part of town and try to find some wheat seeds. Before I go, I do want to get rid of the wheat that I just harvested. Oh, there's some. Oh, I did get wheat seeds. It just didn't show up that I was getting wheat seeds. Okay, so we did get some wheat. Okay, so we did get some wheat seeds. So let's see. That might satisfy some of these, but not all. All right, she now has enough wheat seeds. She now has enough wheat seeds. Okay, so they look like they're good. I will go. Oh, I am getting hungry and thirsty. So I have these water bottles. To drink. I have to monitor my water intake. And I can refill these here in the lake. So I'm hoping that you're understanding that this is really an interesting survival uh, farm management experience. All right, so now I am not thirsty, but I'm hungry. So this tells me that I'm healthy, that I have stamina, that I could use a tiny bit more water. Pull that up. But I also need to eat. See, the green line is moving over there. And I have these flatbread with meat. It gives me 100% happiness or health. So if I'm sick or if I'm injured, I can eat these and it'll heal me. It gives me 100% food. So now I'm 100% sick. So I am also going to save. And even though I am wearing this headset, when I am standing here, I feel like I'm on my farm. Like I said, these are my fields. Oh, I hate that my head keeps going away in the video, but nothing I can do. Over here is my livestock. So I have pigs.
How can I help
Hello,
you?
Blanca. You're doing a great job.
Have a good day.
You want to, oh, sorry. These are my pigs. And the workers feed them and then remove the their fertilizer. These are my chickens. And again, the workers feed them and then put the eggs in the resource channel. So I have 1, 2, 3 pig sties and 1, 2, 3. No, I have 2 chicken coops. Just 2 chicken coops. All right, so everything is looking good here. One of the things I do every morning is redistribute it. The workers put the things that they make for me in here, and I take them out and put them somewhere else. I'm low on ore, so tomorrow the guy that's making my ingots is not going to have room. So I put my ingots in here. This is my smithy, and he's the one making the ingots. And I have more than enough ingots. So these are what I use to make tools and things. So I may, what's the other one? Did I put the copper one in there already? Maybe I did. Okay, I may take him out of that position and put him somewhere else. Okay, and then over here is where they put the food that they harvested. This way. Oh, you know what? That should not be there. I wonder if anything got lost. And then this is the flour that the miller made. So then I put, and it's a resource management, but it's also a decorating thing because I can make things to decorate stuff. And put these reeds over here. And the planks go here. I'm trying to lighten up my backpack because I am going into town. And while I'm redistributing stuff, because this is where the workers put stuff, and that can become full. I don't know if I'm explaining myself well enough, and for someone who's not too familiar with this. This may seem chaotic. All right, these are the onions I just collected. And I still have to harvest my vegetables, which are everything that you make, they're making, I'm using for other purposes. So it's like you're making stuff to make stuff. All right, so only other thing I want to get rid of is that potion bottle. I don't need that in there. And then, oh, and I got to keep track of the time. Of course, the day moves faster. So, as far as my gaming goal, there are quests that I can do to increase my reputation. I always want to check on my son. He's now 8.
I've got to go.
He's now 8, so I have, as he's aging, which is great because I need him to turn 18. He was 7 earlier. All right, so now we're heading to town, and there are a couple of things we have to do. The first thing we have to do is pay our taxes. Oh, shoot, I did not mean to do that. I found out the other day that there's all sorts of things that you find out. If you collect the berries with your scythe, you sometimes get 2 berries instead of 1. So now we're going to town. And while I'm in this world, I get lost in it. I'm having fun, and I'm also doing my stretches. I like to do stretches while I am in the world. While I'm doing while they're doing the transference, while the loading screens are on. I always save the game because if anything happens, if it crashes or whatever, then you've lost what you've done since the last save. This is the tavern where I go to pay my taxes.
Hello.
952.
See you soon.
Took a big chunk of my money. But I can get
Best goods in the
a
valley.
lot of it back by selling stuff like my leather. Okay, so he only has 700. I'm going to take some of this back. Each merchant has a limited number of money that they can sell. But I can get some of that money back. And some of the leather I can use to make things. Which I will. So, save the game. These are things, copper knives. I don't know if I feel like making any copper knives. This is easy. Torch, small sticks, and a log. And hunt 3 wolves. I can do that. So I already have the torches and the logs. So I immediately could turn that one in. Now, I know I'm going really fast, and I'm trying to get you an understanding of what it is to play this game. I'm going to show you one more thing. So we travel by using these signposts. I know I didn't go over that, but and then there's lots of people around. They're limited in how you can interact with them, and I'm going to go to the rocky area. My goal right now is to pick up the seeds I need for my workers. I'm making a lot of flour because I like baking stuff, and because there is a part of the game where you can sell the goods that you make at a restaurant. I want to show you one more thing before I let you go. There are dangers. One of the dangers here are these boars. They can come at you. and they can hurt you. But they do give you leather, which I showed you can trade for gold. And they give you meat, and you have to skin them. And one of the things you have to do is make gear. That gear that knife that I just used broke because it had gone through all its uses, but I have a backup knife. And now I can, pick up all of the things that particular that boar dropped, which was some skin and some meat. But there was also some stuff on the ground that I had left. Now here's one of the neat tricks that I found that I found out recently, is that you can have this is the resource center that is in my village, but I can make one almost anywhere around the map, and when I put stuff in this one, it shows up in the one on my farm. So there's a lot of different things you can do. I'm going to show a couple of things real quick because I know I've made this so long. One of the things that you can do is mine ore. And I noticed that I'm down on ore, and tomorrow my smithy won't be able to make any copper ingots. So I'm going to quickly go in here and grab some copper. So these are the caves, and what I need in here is a light. And a mine. So this is my torch. I light it by rubbing it on something rough. And I'm going to go in here and mine some copper real quick. I do need iron, but I'm going to do that later. So these are regular rocks. You can tell the copper rocks because they have like orange and green flecks. Oops, I accidentally put my torch in my bag. I'm going to put chapters, so if people want to run through this part, they can. And I used to make different, what is this? I think that's just regular rock. Let me see. Oh yeah, I must have been down here and had a pack full of stuff. Now they're going to be bringing co-op, which is going to be interesting because it means that we'll be able to share in instances. Oops. All right, so that's enough. I only needed a little bit of copper to make my smithy productive for tomorrow. And I think I have 2 torches, so I'm going to leave that torch here. I'm definitely going to put chapters in this one because some people might not want to experience this whole thing. Right. So now I can go to this box and take this copper and put it in here, and it'll show up in all my resource buildings. And so the thing is, I could actually have workers here. And I can have workers all over the area. So now my biggest thing now is I'm going to Saddlebore. Each of these places do different things and sell different stuff. Let me show you the map again when I materialize. But first I'm going to do some exercises. Scissor squats. Of course, okay, so now I'm in Saddlebore. Saddlebore is over here. They sell pigs and seeds. We have chickens up here. I was just at that mine right here called the Forgotten Cave. I'm going to go in here and get some seeds real quick. Sometimes this is the guy that sells the pigs. Sometimes there's quests here as well. And like I said, the quests are mainly to give you reputation. My current reputation is 19,468. The one nice thing about this game is that they constantly upgrade it. So I don't see any wheat. Oh, here we go. Here's some wheat seeds. And I don't know if I showed you, but the way you buy stuff here is you wave at the guy.
Never disappoint.
It shows how much money he has, how much money I have. I need to pay 120 for the wheat seeds. But I have some leather that I can trade. Yeah, that's good. Sometimes it's good to keep the leather because
See you soon.
I can make stuff, curtains, different things. There's a book where it shows things you can make for decoration that needs different things. Sometimes it needs leather. Sometimes it needs planks. Some things need clay. All right, it's getting late. So I'm going to head home. Oh, yeah, I'm going to head home. The day is, I think it's 45 minutes. So that you have time to do things. One of the things, okay, so doing my stretches. There are shortcuts there are different ways to go everywhere. Each of the points leads a different way. I'm just picking up these blueberries. So I am currently at the mound, which is here. There's a cave over here behind me where I can mine stuff, but it's called Caves of the Fang because I think there's a bear in there that you have to kill every time. This is my home, and it says the forest area. So each of these lead to a different place. That one leads to Crossroad. So I'm going to forest area because I'm going home. And then I put the seeds in the chest to make sure everybody can plant tomorrow. I still haven't planted and harvested mine, but we're going to start the day. My workers are going to be heading home soon. One of the things I like to do is light the lamps. Now, the thing about lighting the lamps, though, is that... okay, here we go. I knew I had a torch in here. Is that they do go out eventually. But it's such a homey feeling when they're all lit. I did put everything here was blank when I got here. The land was blank. And I cut down trees and put up things to create the atmosphere. So it's like it's like Sims for the farm. I dropped the carrots. That's not good. I do not kill the rabbits. It's a tradition I have that comes from World of Warcraft. I let the little bunny rabbits run around. I only kill the wolves if I need it for a quest. These are all the worker houses. Oh, there's a quest up there. Let's be careful. There is a boar. have to watch out for your tools because they do wear down after each use. This one is 65%, but it's iron. If I make stuff with my iron ingot, it lasts longer. I hope I'm not upsetting anybody who's... Of course, it's just a simulation. Where's my torch? There we go. Like the rest of these lights. I imagine that this game, again, for lack of a better word, would not appeal to everyone because it's there's not a lot of fighting, there's no competition. I am just competing against my own aesthetics. Isn't that... Oh, some rain put out my light. This makes sense. It's raining. I have to cover it up. So I'm just competing against my own aesthetics, my own desires. So I'm going to go home. It is after sunset. So I'm going to go start a new day. Oh, I forgot to put the seeds in the resource. I think I'll need it for tomorrow, other than for me. One of the nicest things that happens is when you walk away from your backpack, it does go back on your back. All right, I want to show you one more thing before I stop this. I'm going to start a new day. My husband's sleeping in that bed. My son's sleeping in this bed. So I'm going to sleep in the tight bed. Oh, I need to eat and drink before I can go to sleep. You can't go to sleep on an empty belly. If you get too hungry and thirsty, you can die. So I guess if they don't want you to die in your sleep. I like to refill before. I can refill this later. Oh, here's my food. Okay. Now, normally before I go to bed and start a new day, I save. Sleep till the next morning. Another day. Check my workers. They all can work. Everybody has everything they need. I know it's silly, but it's so beautiful. Now I have all my workers, I have all of these workers, and all of them except Bert is in the worker houses. So I have, let's see, what's my... So my population is 19. I think one of those is my husband out of 20. So I can hire one more person. Anyways, I want to show you one more thing before I go. Value available. I want to make sure I have health potions. On my first page. Okay, so the health potions there. Oh, I forgot to refill my water. This doesn't need to be on the first page. I'm going to put my axe on the first page. and put my second highest bow in there, and then put another bow on the first page. And I have quick access to another bow, and then I'm going to save the game. And you'll see why in a second. Alright. Oh, it seems like there's one, but there might be another one hidden somewhere. Now he can shoot at me, and if he shoots at me, he can damage my health. Usually there's 4 or 5 up here. Huh. That was pretty easy. I'm suspicious. Alright, so I can take his bow, and he has some money, 45 gold. That's a nice haul. I also hit save again because I survived. I think this is an ambush. Now, he's got apples. I'll take that. Usually there's gold in here. Maybe I've been up here recently, and they haven't. As you can see, it is more of an experience than a game, and it's hard to describe it, and it's also even harder to recommend it, because I don't believe that the average game player will enjoy playing this type of game. I am enthralled with it because it lets me experience a whole new world other than the world I currently live in. Now, I want to talk about that and put it in perspective with why I initially became interested in VR. So, have you heard of a movie called The 13th Floor? It came out in 1999. It had a bunch of big stars, including Vincent D'Onofrio, and it was about virtual reality. I almost hate mentioning that part of it, because that was the twist in the story. And but it's a 25-year-old movie. If I've spoiled it now, I'm sorry. Someone once spoiled the Field of Dreams for me, so I can relate. But 25 years. So I'm going to show you the trailer from that movie right now.
On the 13th floor of a corporate tower, a team of scientists have created a portal to a simulated universe. Now, after 6 years of testing, they are about to cross the boundaries of reality.
So the whole thing's what, a giant computer game?
Nothing so mundane, man. When my mind is jacked in and I'm walking around experiencing 1937, my body stays here and kind of holds the consciousness of the program link unit. You're saying that there's another world on top of this one? That's right.
We're nothing but a simulation on some computer.
So who's in control?
Not us.
Now, of course, and we're back. And of course, the implementation for VR in that movie was that you would lay down in this bed and then your consciousness would be transferred to the computer. Now, the reality, and it's interesting because now I want to show you the ending of that movie.
June 21st, 2024.
You can see from the ending that the technology has changed, and now instead of being in the bed in the quote unquote future, you're putting on this little visor thing, which is kind of close to what we're doing now, considering the fact that this was made 25 years ago. They kind of got close, but we are not at that point. And ironically, the newspaper shown in that ending scene is June 21st, 2024, which is 5 days from now. And we haven't gotten to that technology. But the thing I liked about it, and as you can see from in Medieval Dynasty, there is something about being immersed in a different world, a different place, and interacting. You know, there's nothing in that game in the 13th floor was about shooting. Well, there was shooting, but it wasn't about the shooting. It wasn't about competing. There was no competition. It was just experiencing a different place, which I thought would be wonderful. And it is going to be possible. And I'm putting this video out into the internet, out into the world, into the ether, hoping that somehow it will get to developers, because we are on the verge of something incredible. And I'm sure you've heard of it. It's all over the internet. It was all over WWDC. WWDC, the Apple event last week, and it's been all over everything. AI. So, as I showed you in the Medieval Dynasty video, the NPCs you interact are rudimentary. In fact, you can't even really talk to them, and you have to use text to interact with them. But with AI, we could actually have NPCs that we could chat with. Of course, it would make a complicated program, and it would also be computer intensive. So in the beginning, I'm assuming it would just be on PC VR, not on a standalone headset. But it's there, and it's possible. And it's one of the things that I would love to have, and one of the reasons why I enjoy Medieval Dynasty. Of course, the drawback to Medieval Dynasty, which I didn't mention in the video, is it is solo player. It's a solo game, which for me was unusual. You know me, MMORPG all the way. I want to play with other people. I don't want to go into a game and play alone. I didn't even do Asgard's Wrath, even though it was supposedly a phenomenal graphic thing, because I didn't want to go into that game alone. But Medieval Dynasty, partly is, and I'm going to show a clip right now of something that happened last week in Zenith, and a lot of energy. So I think that I'm going to take some 360-degree photos. I did want to talk about a few other things. Okay, what did I want to talk about? My week, especially my week, as far as living single, sober, and small. I was in a group in Zenith. It's a virtual reality game I play. I've talked about it before, and I've shown you clips about it. And I had, how can I put this? I try to be joyful. I try to be fun. I try to bring, I don't know, it's, you're just sitting around, you're just, you're talking about the game. Sometimes when you're playing the game and you're taking down a boss or fighting in some way, you are, there's nothing else to do but hit and release and fight and throw your stuff and hit your swords or whatever. And I try to bring a little fun to it. And I think it's something about me that gives people permission to be mean. And I can't even tell you what exactly it was, but it's just sometimes, oh, that April, or yeah, we know her, and in this particular instance, I was doing something that helped the whole group. I'd go into the details, but it would just bore you and you wouldn't understand. But I was doing something that was helping the whole group, and it took me a few steps to do it. And while I'm doing this few steps to help the whole group, they're just sitting there doing nothing. Some people go off and have phone calls. Some people are doing other things on their phone, but I am actually actively doing something. And the thing I was doing didn't work the first couple of times, and then I realized why it didn't work. And when I came back, I couldn't get back in the group. Now, normally when somebody can't get in the group, we stop and come back out and we get them, especially someone who was trying to help. But they didn't come back and get me. So I waited and waited. And when they finished, it turned out that the thing that I had been doing all along, someone else had done it as well. And they were able to finish the thing we were trying to accomplish in the game. I hope this makes sense. But here's what really got me. If this other person could do it just as easily, why was it always me doing it? And that, I don't know. I have found in my life that my time and my energy, because I am enthusiastic and helpful, has been seen as less than valuable. Oh, April will do it. In fact, when we started doing this, oh, there's bees. When we started doing this thing where I was helping, I was waiting for someone to say who was going to do it. And they just chimed in that April would do it. And, I get along. I'm a people pleaser, so I get along to get along. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want the bear? No. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I am hogging the bear. Sorry. I'm hogging the bear. There's a bear behind the statue here, and I was kind of hogging it so that people couldn't. Somebody was trying to take a picture, but anyway. So back to the story. It just irked me a little bit that they went ahead and finished without me, and that this other person. To me, it seemed like if this other person could do it just as well as I could do it, then maybe we should have alternated instead of me doing it every single time, every morning. So I just found another group to play with. And it just gave me a flashback back to high school and stuff. But I solved the situation and I feel better about it. Plus, I've been doing more in Medieval Dynasty. Okay, so that happened while I was playing ASJ. And I think the point that I left out about the whole thing is that they made me feel like I was a problem. And I don't want to play any kind of cards, but I think that some people treat certain people away, and especially females, and certain other people a different way. And that's one of the reasons why Medieval Dynasty has been more attractive to me lately. But I'm still playing in Zenith. This week I have done some ASJs, and I have, Saturday, I actually ran a cosmetic event for the United Zenithian Alliance, which is a group of people that have gotten together from different guilds to promote events within Zenith and to welcome players from all across, the game. And I did something called Cosmetic Craze, where we went to different cosmetic events and we worked together to finish these events so that we could get the coins that allow us to do cosmetics. And I actually got some shorts. I'll put a screenshot in the show notes of what I got. And maybe I'll stick a video here of one or two of the events. Good job, everybody.
Another thing, Jade, did you put a check mark in the quest or anything?
Yeah, I've just already turned them in, so it won't let me pick
You
them
can
up
still
again.
get coins.
Everybody do one shot.
This one's bugging for her.
Everybody do one shot on a target, get event
Thank you,
start,
Mikey.
and everybody's good.
If you don't get event started,
welcome,
make
Michael.
sure you let us know and we'll stop. The quickest way to get event started is to hit a crystal. All right. Everybody in?
Yeah, started for me.
Me too. All right, I need a crystal. If everybody can let me. All right, so no, if you have event started, don't
Yeah,
get crystals.
we need crystals for event start.
Whoever's got
Or
event
anything. You can,
Do we
you
have
can
to
hit
hit a crystal
anybody. It's
before
just
we
crystals
start?
are easier.
No.
But you
You
can
gotta
hit
put it
anything.
to start. The crystals
You can
is
hit one of
target.
these guys.
Kill a
Shoot
target,
one
you're
of the
fine.
soldiers.
Yeah.
shoot the shoulder guy, shoot anything. Just if you've got event start, stop shooting him. Stop shooting.
Okay, come on. There's Crystal.
It's the best way. Everybody's got event start.
Machen das schon die
But
Crystals.
fortunately, you have 5 minutes. All right, I've got event started. Everybody else, who doesn't have event started?
I'm glad I got one.
Is there anybody that doesn't have it?
You okay, Gracie?
So don't forget.
All right.
got the crystals.
Everybody got
My
event
hand on the wall,
started?
I'm good.
Who's not in? All right, who has event started?
Alright.
All right, good job, everybody.
Mine.
Nice.
Not hitting anything. Waiting for. I don't think. Okay, so if
Yeah,
you did
that's
get
fair enough.
started,
You
you'll
can't let
see
them get
you'll
y'all.
see some little yellow bars in front of
Yeah,
you.
you'll see the thing that says
shows your event is
Sunshine
started.
Fractured Offense.
Everybody's killing things.
And it'll say time left. If it's not
Okay.
showing, you need to go shoot one of those guys over there.
Fortunately, you have a couple of minutes, so. Time is an illusion. Lunchtime, doubly so. It's
No,
from
it's
Hitchhiker's
like
Guide
that,
to the
April.
Galaxy.
I like it.
Now, is anybody here doing it for their first time? Or does everybody know after this we go into the tunnel?
Somebody you're doing it for the first time. I don't remember who it was.
There's nothing you haven't done for the first time.
There's nothing I've never done to you.
Well, the second part just means we don't have to do the crystals in. Hey!
1 point health remaining.
Because every other Saturday we do the
I know, I
cosmetic
got them. Aren't they cute?
craze.
It's the only thing I could afford.
The cosmetic event?
But they're cute.
Yeah.
10, 9, 8.
We're doing sunshine right now. We're just getting ready to go into the tunnel. Okie dokie. See you then. Bye-bye.
Okay, so we go into the tunnel.
Everybody into the tunnel.
Everybody
Good job, everybody. Oops. Shoot. Okay, so you have to stand. stand in the circle. Right, you just have to stand in the circle. Don't kill them yet. We need to kill them when we start. Now you can kill them. Everybody get in a circle.
Don't kill them.
Okay, as soon as they show up, just come inside the circle.
Now make sure you have event start.
I know your game.
Now the interesting thing about this one is it isn't even about fighting, it's about occupying a space. So as you see, the more people in a zone, the faster the zone fills up.
You don't need
Okay, so now you go to another zone.
Okay, zone 1 is finished, so we can move on.
All right, to the laboratory.
The clock at the top. There you go.
So keep moving, move forward.
You don't have to kill them.
To the laboratory. Okay, again, let us know if you don't get event started. Once you get event started, stop shooting for the first 30 seconds or so.
Hello, Hubert.
And let everybody else get event started.
Are you Hubert from Family Guy?
Family Guy? I don't think so. Please put your swords out of my face.
Yes, don't do that.
All right, everybody start hitting something.
Event start on the pillar.
And if you don't have events started, let us know.
We gotta wait.
It started for me.
I know what I want to
Any of the knobs?
What do we do to start it?
Battery. Okay, so everybody who has event started, stop shooting.
Crystal didn't start.
Everyone who has event started, stop shooting.
Enemy for event start.
So here's the battery right here.
I'm waiting to hit something. The battery didn't start it.
If you're not in shooting.
Okay, here.
The battery didn't start.
Enemy, 2 enemies.
No, it did not.
Try again. Try again.
Right there, enemy.
At the pillars a lot.
All right, who still doesn't have event started? Who's say your name?
The charm. Okay.
I don't. Well, hit these enemies.
I don't either.
It's an enemy. It's a battery pack.
I'm late.
There's a battery over here. There's a battery over here in this corner, so I want to hit it.
What's it?
Okay.
This battery?
Okay, I got my event started.
Everybody has event
The
started.
red battery.
Everybody has their event started.
Red battery.
Red and or
Next enemy.
There's an enemy.
Enemy here. Enemy there.
There you go, Livy.
Okay, so we're gonna take out the boss as fast as possible, and then we're heading to Scarlet Vale. Right after we kill this boss, we're heading straight to Scarlet Vale. It's all the way down south. It's
Where's
next to the
Scarlet Vale?
Emerald Forest. All the way down south.
Ja, in ein paar Minuten. In 2 Minuten soll es aushalten.
If I ask you about that start like 10 times in a row, wait, yeah.
Oh, I thought we were all shooting at my back.
Okay.
Kill it.
All right, Scarlet Vale.
And Bang on 1 minute.
Scarlet Veil.
It's starting.
It was a lot of fun. And then today I went to an event where we were doing grinding in Skyland. And so I am playing Zenith a lot and having a lot of fun. Then the other thing that I'm doing that I'm going to put a video in now of is I'm exercising in VR. I've been doing that for a while. I do this part, which is the HIIT exercise, and I'll show
Virtual
that
reality
games that you can choose from. FitXR is my go-to because I had originally had it as Box XR and I paid for it, and then they went to a subscription model, which is I think you have to pay $12 a month or something like $100 a year. But because I bought it when it was just a regular standalone without this subscription model, I'm grandfathered in. So I'm going in and I'm going to choose a background, and I'm going to do first a warm-up, and then I'm going to do an HIIT, high intensity interval training.
But I get up again.
Hi, I'm Frida. Let's get nice and warm for your HIIT workout, starting with the neck side to side. Now inhale, reach up.
So I'm going to speed it up through the warm-up, but it's really nice. We do about 2.5, 3 minutes of warm-up, and it feels really good. At the same time, I am listening to music on my iPhone with an AirPod because I don't want to listen to their music. I get a copyright hit, but I enjoy it this way.
Hey, let's do this. In this workout, there are 2 exercises that you alternate between for a total of 4 times. We work for 30 seconds and rest for 10. First up is sumo shift squat. Take those feet wider than those hips. Hit up and hit down. Hit up and hit down. You want to shift side to side. Also, make sure those toes are slightly turned out. 30 seconds.
Again, I speeded it up here, and it's very enjoyable. You can see I'm working out my whole body. I feel like I'm hitting something. I can feel the cues pop when I hit them.
10 to rest. Second move is side hits with a shield. Double hit those cues. If they're on the right, hit with your left. If they're on the left, hit with your right. We start right. 30 seconds. Let's go.
There are so many sessions to choose from, and each one has a different focus. I really enjoy this one because I feel like I am using my whole body and I'm focusing on my core.
Yes, just like that. So, back to the start. Sumo squat with that shift.
Okay, let's jump to the end.
Yes, great work. You worked that entire body today, and it's so good to get that side-to-side movement and that rotation. It really helps just in everyday life. I'll see you next time. So proud of you. Amazing work.
I'm sure you're glad I didn't show you the whole session. And now I'm getting ready to go to my next session, which is a boxing one. And this one really has me sweating. Again, I'm going to do the same thing where I'll show you the first couple of moves. Yeah. And then when I'm out of the HIIT, I do a little boxing, and I'll show some of that right here. All right, here we go.
Hey, what's up in Hello FitXR? Coach Casey here with 2 tracks of leg work. Let's get set in split stance. Left foot in front, slight bend in the knees, and shoulders rolled down and back. Incoming. Add an uppercut. Start low with the jab and energize your low to high drive on the upper. Then we make sure to get down quick to dodge the shot. Add a jab. We've built your chorus combo. Now go get it. Combo 5, start, cross, hook. This is where staying low on the slip counts. Use it to nail the low hook. And power it up. Ooh, the work. Shake your legs out and switch your feet. Combo 3's coming back. Relax and lean into your flow. It's time to rock this one again. Combos? You're doing it on repeat. You've seen and conquered all these moves. I know you've got what it takes to get to the finish. Power! It's your leg work day, and you are finishing strong. You got less than 15. Crushed it. Thank you for joining me. I'm Casey, and until next time, later days.
It killed me. And then when I finish boxing, I get on the elliptical, which is a Nordic track Stride Rider F5SI. It's a gym quality machine, which I'm very glad I have. It has a cadence that syncs to my headset, to the Quest. And as I'm working the elliptical, I'm riding through different places. So I'll put a little clip of that here. I love this particular app. It's called HoloFit, and it runs by syncing with my elliptical. And as I am running on my elliptical, I am moving through this environment that is totally immersive. It's behind me, it's in front of me. There are lots of sites to look at. Right now I'm running through Cambridge, England, and it is very distracting. I don't feel like I'm on the elliptical. I feel like I'm enjoying the environment. Some people don't like it because they say it's very cartoony, but I like the fact that I am totally immersive. Like, look at this drone that comes up, and it's really funny and interesting. There are people alongside cheering me, and the whole experience is very, very immersive. These circles push me to stay at a certain rate, and then the interval type comes when there is a certain circle that tells me I need to increase my speed and push really hard, and this causes me to sweat. Look at the swans. It's really beautiful. At the end of the 12-minute push, I am exhausted, I am sweating, I am feeling it. I have done 1.3 miles on this gorgeous river. It is really a good workout. All right, I'm good. Shit. And I'll put screenshots in the show notes as well. So I'm having a lot of fun in virtual reality, but I did want to talk about, the subject and the title of this particular episode. Is it dying? Is it bad? What's going on with it? And I think the main problem with VR, and the same problem with a lot of video games, are because of several factors. The biggest factor is we have three types of players. We have what I call casual A player. And there are people who have a family, who like VR, and this could go for any video game. They get to, they go to work, they come home, they spend time with their family, and they get an hour or two on the computer at night, and maybe 2 or 3 hours on the weekend. Now, the same thing, these people were prevalent in World of Warcraft as well. And then we have the casual B players, and those are the ones who maybe don't have a family, don't have obligations, but so they come home from work, they can play 3 or 4 hours, and they can play like 16 hours on the weekend. And then they have players like me. I'm retired, and I don't have to worry about kids other than Maja. and my dog, and I can play 6 to 8 hours a day and 12 hours on the weekend, or sometimes more. And the problem with these three groups and any video game, including VR, is that you have to make that they play differently, and they can eat up the the content differently. And what ends up happening is the retired full-time players get bored real easy because they go through stuff, and then that happens in Zenith. The casuals A and B gets frustrated because they're not able to get and do as much as the full-time, and they feel like they're losing out. But VR brings in a third factor, the equipment. When you're playing on your computer, you do have to worry about things like your speed of your internet and the capability of the computer. But the headset brings in a different complexity. First of all, it's more expensive, and things can happen. For instance, you forget to charge it, and you come home from work and you're ready to play, and it's not charged, and now you have to wait for it to get charged. Or something happens with your guardian, and for some people, just having the proper area to play in is going to be difficult. If you're sharing space with kids and a spouse, you might not have enough room where you can play, and things happen like you get drift, or what's even worse, you do something and you get locked out of your account, and then you have to figure out how to get back in. And all these factors eat into their time, particularly the battery situation. I spend some time making sure that I'm always charged up. I have a battery pack that has 4 batteries. So not only do I have the hour and a half to 2 hours on the headset, I rotate these batteries, and I can actually play. I have an infinite amount of battery because I'm always charging 2 at one time, and I have 2, one ready to go and one on the headset. And I have rechargeable AA batteries that I keep available. And when I get the warning that my controllers are losing battery, or the battery's getting low, I immediately plug in that battery pack so that I can stay charged. So that's something that happens. And the other thing so in order to gauge and engage these 3 different groups, it's very difficult. A couple of things can happen. One is that the group A, the really casual, drops out because he can't keep up, or he's frustrated by it. And that's sad. But one of the other things that happens is that the full-time players do something that's called carrying. And so they help these people by running them through things. And I've seen this a lot. And it's a good thing. It's not meant to be a malicious thing. It's just meant to help them by, doing the heavy lifting. Most of the time, the full-timers are way ahead, over-geared, and bored. So it's kind of fun for them to take someone and run them through. And on the whole, it looks very nice. It looks like you're working together. But what ends up happening is the casual A and casual B don't develop an understanding or a bond with the game as much as they could. Sorry, there's something flying around here. As much as they could if they went through it. I don't have a solution for that. I'm just stating what it is. I don't know if there's no way you can say what kind of player you are, what kind of game should you be in. And of course, with the Venn diagram of people able to afford a headset, afford the time, it's just there's no way you could actually make a system. And I'm not offering a solution. I wish I had a solution. I'm just stating what the situation is. And of course, the real big problem is that it's a lot like, VR is a lot like doing one of the most amazing drugs that you could find out there. And that when you first put that headset on, there is the awe and the delight and the, oh wow, this is so wonderful factor that you sometimes want it. A lot of people spend time trying to get that feeling back again. And it's, you can start to feel that it's just commonplace. For me, I am so used to it that I don't realize how wonderful it is. And I have to remember that it is wonderful, but some people need to have it. And when I watch YouTubers who review and follow virtual reality games or experiences on YouTube, they're always looking for the next big hype, the next big thing. And there are very few channels that just stay on one thing and focus on that and get to know that. What they'll do is they'll come back to something when something new comes out. Like Population 1 just recently got a new Phoenix upgrade where you can play differently, you can come back easier, you're not knocked out so quickly. And now people are YouTubers are making videos about that, and unfortunately, it doesn't allow people to really get into a game and enjoy it. The past few weeks that I have been playing Medieval Dynasty, every week I find something new and I understand it more. And I understand that when I started the game, there was an extensive quest line, but the quest line wasn't the game. The quest line was more of what I call an extended tutorial to teach you how to do all the things that you can do and to get you to understand the mechanics of the experience. So I think that, is there a solution? Will people always want shiny? Will they somehow take the time to go back? Like, I believe that there are a lot of people who could still enjoy Zenith, even though they are upset because it's not being expanded as much. And of course, that's a whole nother subject, because I believe that more games need to be on a subscription model. I know that they're afraid that they're going to scare away a base of people, but I don't understand how you can be expected to make money by just taking my money one time and then keeping me occupied. I guess I was groomed. That World of Warcraft taught me or got me to expect to give them money in exchange for getting better content. If Zenith had done a subscription model from day one, I think they would have all the money they would need to expand, and they would have expanded now. What they are doing now is they have brought in infinite realms, and they're getting some of their money back from that because people are buying skins and things. But that particular version of Zenith just does not interest me, because I like the other side. I like the last city, or the TLC part. But anyways, I don't know what the solution is. I think that if you do want new stuff constantly, that you should expect to pay a subscription. I think that the next really good game that's going to come out is going to have a subscription. I can't wait to see what virtual reality can do with artificial intelligence, and that's going to be a game changer. All right, so I think I've talked long enough. I will try to keep up with what I've been doing every week or every 2 weeks. Yeah, let's go with every 2 weeks. I want to keep this going. The biggest thing is I'm still paying for the the server every year that CtrlAltWow is on. So I want to keep this going because this is episode 811. There's 810 episodes online, and people are still downloading it, which is great. If you get a chance, go to my YouTube channel. I have 2 YouTube channels, AprilPvd and that AprilPvd. The AprilPvd is more, is basically VR stuff. It's more Zenith, but I'm leaning towards putting up more medieval dynasty stuff. I'm also on Twitch on AprilPvd and also AprilPvd VR. AprilPvd is more my Twitch stuff, my Zenith stuff, and AprilPvd VR is everything else. If you have any questions, you can write me at CtrlAltWow@gmail.com, CtrlAltWow@gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook at AprilPvd and Instagram at AprilPvd. So I hope you get something out of this. If you're on the fence about using virtual reality, it's a lot of fun. You just have to, the most important thing is making sure you have a comfortable headset, and it's not going to be the one that comes with it. And of course, if you're watching this in the future, there are going to be more headsets out there and more things that are more comfortable. I'll see you in the next reality. Thanks for watching. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, let me know why in the comments below. I hope that you will like, comment, subscribe, and share. This has been CtrlAltWow. You can write me at CtrlAltWow@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at CtrlAltWow. And you can find me on Instagram at AprilPvd. Find me on twitch.tv/AprilPvd for live streams. And I hope to see you in your reality.
Till next time, agents.
See ya. Later. You headed out?
Come back again soon. Don't be a stranger, dear. Visit again soon.
The Dunes bury all,